Hey guys, welcome back to the Tukes and Tires YouTube channel. I'm Zach, and this week we fix up a lot of loose ends. So I have a lot of little things I need to do, so we're gonna get fixing on those. I'll show you what they are, and we'll get to it.
Hey, is that Timmy's?
Yeah, because we're in Canada, eh?
Alright, so I got some stuff like this where I'm not sure if this truck had a roof put on it before, so there's like some braze here that I want to chop out because I don't want it to bubble, and there's like a little rust repair to do in there. Sorry, I'm a terrible camera guy. And then I got inner rockers to do, and then over on this side I got, if you guys can see that, in the rain gutter here, there's like some rust up in there, so I gotta try to chop that out somehow, and I'm gonna fix it. And I'm also probably gonna show you guys what I use to take out the seam sealer out of that, because it's a little tricky, but if you buy the right thing, you should be alright. So, and also I'm going to try to maybe get the cap off. Maybe that might be next video, but I'm not too sure yet. But we'll get moving on some of these smaller patches, and yeah, I think we'll be all right. So I've been working on taking this braze out of here, and you might be asking yourself, why am I taking it out? Well, I don't like the chance of it bubbling. I mean, it didn't bubble before, but I've had no good luck with braze in my past experience, so I'm just trying to take it out of there. Just using a drill and just drilling the most of it out, and then I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but I got a chisel that I sharpened up really sharp. I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to just start trying to, well, you can't see, I told you, terrible camera guy. So I'm just going to start seeing if I can just start shear off the rest. I think there's steel back and behind there, so once I get it out, I'm just going to weld it back up and then grind it, because it's just going to make me feel better. But we'll get that out of there, and then once I get to cutting and welding the patch here, I'll come back to you. Alright, so yeah, I got fed up with trying to take the braze out of there, so I just ended up chopping it out, and I made up this patch panel that I'm going to weld in. So got her all made up, so we're just going to try to weld her in there the best I can. There's a little spot down here that's kind of thin, but we're going to see what we can manage. But we'll get that welded in, and then we're going to move on to that other side over there where I got to try to fix the rain gutter thing. So see if we can do that too. So we'll get this welded in and we'll move over there. And zap, we got her friggin' welded up, and we got the better half over here. She is sanding away, getting it ready for some primer. And now I'm moving on to chopping out this whatchamacallit here, this little rust mark. So I can't get in there too well with the grinder, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come in on an angle, come along the seam here, and then exit on an angle. So I think that's my plan of attack there. We'll get that chopped up. Look how dirty this is. Oh yeah, and I'll show you guys on the other side a little sample, or not sample, I guess, of what I do to get the seam sealer out. So I'll get this welded up and fixed, and I'll show you that. So you can see how I got that cut out there, and I got this piece, and I'm gonna lay in there, and I'm gonna start, I think, towards at the back edge, and then it needs to curve down a little bit here, so then I'll just peen it down with the hammer. But I think it should look pretty good. And then once I go time to paint the truck, I'm going to re-seam seal this lip, so it should turn out pretty good. I'll come back to when I zapped her in place, and we'll be doing all right. And alakazam, it's welded in. So yeah, it's not looking too bad. Once some seam sealer goes in here to fill that crack from where the two meet, it should look pretty good. And just like this side where it's painted up, we got this this side after it was all sanded and stuff, so it's looking pretty good. I think I got one small thing to do on the other rocker, that little hole that I got to weld up, and then I don't know what I'm moving on to next, so it's a mystery. You're gonna find out, I guess. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. This is what I use to get the seam sealer out of the rain gutter thing here. You can buy these at most hardware stores. I usually buy the ones that have like the hex on it for the impact, because I like to use it in the impact, but due to I can't go in any stores right now, this is the best that I could do, because I don't feel like waiting in line at curbside pickup. So I just get in here and I just start giving her. And you can see how she just takes her right down to the metal. So yeah, it's kind of hard to do it one-handed, but I'll work away at that and get this all cleaned out. And this side isn't as bad. You can see that somebody didn't smear it up too bad, but I still like to take it out of there just so I can see if it's rusted. And then yeah, that way I can just put new in. And this side over here doesn't look as bad as the other side, so I know there's going to be a little bit of repair to do on the other side once the cap comes off. But yeah, we'll just get this rain gutter cleaned out and we'll be moving on to some other little patches, I guess. So I got that whole gutter cleaned out over there, and I've started working on the other side over here. I got this inner rocker, started making it up, and I welded up that one hole that was still in the rocker there. And I think I think it needed some drains in it, so I got my holes for my spot welds, and then I got these little angle things. So I'll get you guys set up so you can see me how I just kind of bashed that in there. And just in case you guys want to put a drain on your inner rocker for some reason, if dirt or water gets in there, and basically that's why I'm doing it. Alright, so I just kind of marked on here where I wanted my center of my hole to be. So I got my vise opened up here, and all I'm doing is I bash it, and I get myself started up where it locks me in between the jaws and the vise, and then I just extend the hole a little bit so that it has, you can see that it runs out, and then I'll go over to the flat area of the vise and just kind of make this so it looks a little nicer like this one over here. But that's kind of just how I'm trying to get that to work like that. So I'll continue on. I think I'm going to put another one here and two more at the end over here, and then we'll get to welding this in. All right, well, I got my drains all bashed into it, and I got my holes in there for my spot welds. So now I should be able to shove it in there. Get in there. So I'll get it in there something like this. Why does that not want to fit in there? Okay, there we go. Well, we'll get in there like that, and I'm just gonna do stitches along the top here because I'm gonna come in afterwards and I'm gonna run some seam sealer in on all this stuff, and then I'll bash this in and we'll get her welded up. I'll hold her in with some clamps. Don't know how well the drains are gonna work there, but they're just gonna have to do. But, and I got a little piece to make up here afterwards that's just gonna be like a little triangle, but that's all right. We'll get her welded in, and then we'll be dripping faster than a maple tree at the end of March. Alright, well, we got that fully tacked in there. A little bit of seam sealer on like joints like this here should seal her up pretty good. I don't know how well these drains back here are gonna go because they're like flush with this, but I might still leave them open. I'm gonna run seam sealer in between them all though, just to seal this up here. I guess if any moisture does get in there, I guess it'll kind of drip out. And we got this little front, I don't know if you can't see, I'm not all the way over there, but I got this front corner all kind of made up, but let's get out of here. Oh, all right. Oh, oh, and so I guess next week we're gonna take off this cap, and I'm not gonna bore you with doing the other inner rocker because I just did that one, but I already started to chip into this, and you can see how thick the Bondo is up here, so we're gonna be digging into that. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, and don't forget to salute the beaver.